stand shoulder to shoulder with you in this quest until the very end. We believe in medical freedom, freedom of speech, and personal liberties. As Thomas Jefferson wrote in the American Constitution, every man has the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We are free because God says we are free, and whom the Son sets free is free indeed. Thank you, Ottawa, thank you, Toronto, and thank you all Canadians who stand tall with us today. You are victorious, so don't ever quit. Victory belongs to those who believe it the most. And finally, to quote Benjamin Franklin, a fighter in the American Revolutionary War and signer of the American Declaration of Independence, freedom is not a gift bestowed upon us by other men, but rather it is a right that belongs to us by the laws of God and nature. I leave you with one of my favorite scriptures, and it reads from Isaiah chapter 7, verse 9. Stand firm in your faith, for if you do not stand firm in your faith, you will not stand at all. God bless you, Canada, from the United States of America.
Let's see about this feedback a little bit. Here you go, Danny. All right. We got a lot of people. Next, I want to introduce Ryan from Take Action Canada. I've been encouraging him to speak. He's a very intelligent guy. So please put your hands together for Ryan.
Can you hear me? Okay. There's some people with gas cans walking around collecting donations for truckers to get home. Please be generous. Give them cash. Give them coins. Give them gold pieces. Stick in some Bitcoin, whatever you can. Okay? Can you hear me? I promise to only take 4 minutes of your time. So just give me your attention for 4 minutes. It won't be long. Don't have a lot. I wanted the volunteers for Take Action Canada. There's some other volunteers walking around. Please consider joining. I want to thank Danny for introducing me and inviting me to speak today. I've known Danny for a while. He's truly a man of the people and quite the opposite of our current mayor, John Tory, the bastard. John Tory's been integral to part of our lengthy imprisonment for the last 2 years. So Dougie and Johnny have sealed off this whole area to trucks and truckers. So let's give them a great big message. Honk! 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 Okay. All right. Nice honking. There's always one in every crowd. Okay, so at Take Action Canada, we've been working tirelessly for our freedoms for some time. It started with lockdowns to break the pattern of our daily lives, all in the name of health and safety. But it was never, ever, ever about your health, or about your safety. Then came masks. Masks, bullshit. Masks are another step in creating fear. There's 220 studies that will show you that masks are useless. They're littered everywhere. Pick up your masks off the ground and send them to the government. Send them to Trudeau. It's free. If you stick a mask in the mail and you send it to Parliament, it's free postage. It's a great way to clean up our city, to clean up our country, and to send a clear message. They don't do anything, and they've never been about your health. So the government's never cared about your health. If they cared about your health, can you explain cigarettes? Can you explain booze? Can you explain high fructose corn syrup? It's all bullshit. They've never cared about your health, and they never will. The only way they said to get you healthy was vaccines. Hold on. So vaccines. Why did they give us vaccines? Because they've suppressed cheap and useful therapies that we all know, you know. Vaccines are not safe. They're not effective. But still, it's never been about your health. the Trudeau government has purchased 11 doses for every person in the country. Now, the double jabbed are not going to take any more. Does that make them anti-booster? 11 vaccines for every person. Still with that. Canada has now gone from last in the world in freedom to first in the world from freedom. People all over the world are raising Canadian flags as a symbol of freedom, and we should be proud. So here's the news flash. It was always about compliance, control, coercion, and power. And now you know it. But it's not about knowing it, it's about feeling it. So first we wake up, and then we stand up. But we're not finished yet. Justin Trudeau and his provincial lapdogs like Doug Ford have been working overtime to help you wake up. We should be thanking them, because without them, so few people would have come to the party. Replacing them is not an option. Every politician in power and in oppression has been working day and night to rob you of your freedoms through their inaction or action, and they have to be all replaced. They have to go. We can't just replace one tyrant with another tyrant. So once again, no old normal, no new normal. They're not options. Vaccine hesitancy has turned into vaccine compliance and has now shifted into vaccine regret. How many of you know someone that's been injured? How many of you know someone that's been hurt? How many of you know someone that's died from getting a vaccine? But it's easy to dismiss all the people that are taking them as idiots or sheep. But a friend of mine said, it's not about your intelligence. Intelligence has never been a safeguard for deception. Facts haven't mattered. The already indoctrinated have stopped listening a long time ago. But the armor is cracking. The pressure is ramping up. And the lawsuits are coming on like an avalanche. And the house of cards of lies and bullshit are all crumbling down. They've done their best to take away your business, to take away your job, to separate you from your family and your friends, your freedoms and your money. But they can't take away your spirit, because we're all starting to get worried. We are the many, they are the few. Get involved. Thanks again. Freedom.
Hi, nice to see you too. Give it up for Ryan, guys! All right, this next speaker, I am sure you all recognize him as well. He may or may not be running for mayor of Toronto. He is an entrepreneur, he is a fellow freedom fighter, and he's just all around a very sweet man. He calls it like it is. Everybody, if you guys recognize this lovely man, Danny DeSantis.
Okay, I love this line. There's a lot of people here. A lot of people. So, I tell you, I was in Ottawa, and I saw a beautiful thing. Canadians, the most patriotic Canadians, holding the line was the most beautiful thing I've seen. I've never seen so many Canadian flags ever, to be quite frank with you. It was a beautiful thing, and we saw, you know, I got the soft thing for the ladies. They were holding that line. They were getting pepper sprayed. They were getting beaten. It's a big problem, because if a guy like me decides to run, and a guy like me gets elected, I'm going to tell you, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be accountable for what we've seen in Ottawa. That was tough. We saw a lot of lives, right? You know, the media's been doing a disservice. I want to talk about these vaccine passports. You know, the passports and mandates were never based on science. They don't prevent transmission, and no one is putting others at risk. While passports and mandates are ending everywhere, Canada's rule of law is under assault by politicians right in front of our face right now. We're watching it. Doug Ford and Justin Trudeau both declare a state of emergency, also obtaining a court order freezing the truck convoy donations. You believe it? You believe it? People donated all across this country, and we have politicians that want to stop these donations. By the way, we have gas cans going around, and we're collecting some funds because we still have, they're right there, you got some people with the gas. If you have $2, $3, $5, they need some funds, the truckers, to get back to where they gotta go. But it's unbelievable how they actually froze people's accounts. Where are we going in this country? So, I'll say a couple of things. I urge people, and I wrote a long speech, but I'm gonna cut this speech. I like doing this a lot. Because I'm gonna encourage people to do something. And I'm not a fan of any politician right about now. 95% of the politicians, I've lost faith right now. They are self-serving politicians and done absolutely nothing but knock on your door and sell yourself promises. So we need people right here that care about this country. And I don't care if you went to university, if you care about this country, you step up or you tell somebody and you encourage them. Because we can get elected and stop these politicians that are throwing our rights. My parents came from Italy, Italian, and they came here for freedom of speech. Holy moly, I'm feeling something right now. I don't tear up, guys. But oh my God, trampled by these politicians. I promise you this. I promise you this. If I run and I do get elected, I'll still be standing right here with the people. I align myself with the people first. You know, these politicians can't walk the streets. They can't walk the streets. John Tory can't walk the streets. Man, Justin Trudeau, woo, he can't walk the streets. Doug Ford, what a disappointment. So I encourage people, even on a bottom level, school board trustees, we're the moms that have been fighting all across this country for their kids. It's time to step up even further and run for school board trustees so we can say no to mandates. We can do it that way. Councilors, mayors, all across this country. And let me tell you something. In Ottawa, don't make a mistake about it, the person that could have stopped everything is the mayor of Ottawa. He could have been truthful and said these were peaceful protesters, but he decided to lie. We understand the World Economic Forum. We get it. But I'm going to tell you, it's the force of the people that we saw in Ottawa. Millions of patriotic people. So the politicians, they're going to have a hard time. So I encourage people, and Daniela introduced me, and I encouraged her as well. I said, you care so much, run. Run. We got to run and put our name, because we have the people. I speak for the people, and the people expect me to be truthful, and that's what it's about. You see, I don't need to put a suit and tie. You just got to talk the truth, and people love it, right? So we all know, I love talking about this, we all know that there's a beautiful governor down south fighting for freedom still today. He's actually called out Justin Trudeau the other day. And I'm going to tell you something, because I feel it every single day. I feel it every single day. The encouragement that I'm getting. Because you got to be tough boy to deal over there. maybe there's going to be a DeSantis in the North. And if there is a DeSantis in the North, every single politician, I'm going to call him out. We're going to call him out. So I hope I have your support, and I always say this, the only way we're going to do this, because the mainstream media is not going to do it. We've seen it. I need you to tell people when you're having dinner, when your family, your friends, you tell them that there's a DeSantis right here, ready to fight. I'm going to do everything I can. Now I'm an entrepreneur. I started everything from nothing. I didn't even think I'd even have that desire. Anything is possible. And the little kids, if there are other little kids out there, don't ever take no for an answer. You know, when I was a little guy, I was always getting discouraged by everybody. They're like, are you crazy? You're going to do this? You're going to invest there? If you don't give it a shot, you'll never know. So I might give it a shot, and we could do this. We could take back this city, because this city's on its knees, and we could do it, and we can win. I love you all. I'm Danny DeSantis. Thank you very much.
30 seconds on your point. No.
So, I want to introduce somebody, and I encourage him also to speak. I want him to speak. This guy's been DJing and coming out. And by the way, racism? Really? I'm gonna tell you guys something. The politicians are they're gonna get crucified, because this movement is not about racism. It's not about misogynists and the fringe. I don't even know what the hell they're talking about. But let me introduce you to Amari. I love this guy. He's all heart. Amari. DJ Amari. Yes.
All right, we're going to make this short and sweet. Amari Taylor, or DJ Amari Taylor, whatever you want to call me, okay? Now, I know everything is, it's been pretty busy the last couple of months with the convoy and everything, but I just want to let you know that this movement didn't just start in January with the convoy. It started at Queen's Park on the south side in 2020. Love them or you hate them. It started with Lamont Tego, myself, Hugzo, Math, and Vlad, the line. We all stepped up at the beginning, and we did our rallies, and we kept coming out every Saturday, coming this Saturday at Queen's Park. I had no intention of DJing at Queen's Park. I didn't come to the protest to look for an opportunity to play my beats or anything like that. I just came to fight for our freedoms. All right? But when the government said that there's going to be no dancing, no singing, I was like, that's not going to happen. So we ended up doing the dance parties, like the Back to Normal Festival at Queen's Park back in 2020. And let me tell you, all the stuff that you guys experienced in Ottawa, it happened in Toronto. It was a media blackout. So if you guys are new here, welcome to the party. Okay? But we had our beatdowns at Yonge Dundas Square. We have by the cops, public order. We have the beatdowns here. It all happened last year and the year before. All right, so remember, the movement has been building up to momentum to this point. It started back in 2020. Yeah. So please, give them those. You love them, hate them. People may hate me, people may hate Lamont. We all have differences, but it's all about unity and coming together. Okay, so again, I consider all these people my family. Lamont, Vlad, Hugzo, and Math, right? Leaderless group movement. We butt our heads, but we've come out and constantly coming here on Saturdays to lead the freedom movement. All right, so welcome. If you're new here, welcome. Okay? And thank you for being here. We're going to do this every Saturday. Okay? If you come, but we're going to have public speaking for anyone who wants to come up and speak between 11 and 12. And then we have our speakers, okay? And then we have a march. We're running a little behind, but the march is going to commence at 2 o'clock. Okay, and then when you come back from the march, we're going to have a dance party and stuff, and then you guys can enjoy yourselves and go home from there, okay? But thank you for being here. Freedom, everybody! Freedom! Freedom! Oh,
Man, I'll tell you one thing, like Amari said, a lot of us have been doing this since the beginning, and it's really friggin' tough. If you know me, it's really tough to be up here sometimes to talk about what we're doing, but I'm going to make it really quick for you because there's some really great people that are here, especially the trucker energy needs to be out here to let the people know what's going on. So I'm going to make it... Exactly. I'm going to make it really fast, guys. My name is Lamont Dago. I'm the president of Lion Canada. That symbol that you see here, I'm going to make sure I say this because everybody asks me all the time what that symbol means. It's an O for oppression. The government's crossed the line and we draw the line. Are you guys with us? Right on. And so listen, guys, we don't ask for money. We don't put ourselves out there when we talk about the financial difficulties we have. What do? We set up a little tent over there. We have some really great set shirts that are special edition trucker t-shirts and sweatshirts to raise a little bit of money so we can pay our bills, so we can actually survive through the last 2 years of what we've been doing. Donate at thelioncanada.com. The money goes right into our accounts, and guess what? They haven't touched them yet, so thank God for that. And we are raising money right now through our website called unifiednorth.com, where we have finally brought all the groups in Canada that are interested in unification to start drafting a forward constitution to present to the government that one of these days we will be running parallel to the government and running the way the people want to do that. Are you guys with me? People try to say all the time, oh, you guys are anti-government. No, we're just anti-people doing the wrong thing for too long. The system doesn't work, and we're going to do our best to dismantle that with the people. That's the way it goes. Now, that being said, I want to introduce a great guy over here. His name is Matt Zank. He is one of the Toronto Convoy organizers. He will be here to introduce a couple of trucker contacts here. I have some great news for you. Put your hands together for Matt the Truckers!
Wow. That's all I have to say is just, wow. Look at everybody here. It's a beautiful sight. Everybody coming together for one thing. And what's that one thing we're coming together for? Awesome. That is beautiful. So I'm going to bring someone up with me to talk with me. I'm bringing up Heather Davidson here. She's our backbone of our convoy organization. Give a hand for Heather.
All I really wanted to say was I think it's incredible that, so many groups are working together for the same thing, and I'm just really, really proud to be a part of it.
So, I want to say a few things that really hit me the most. The reason, everyone's got their own story for why they're out here. For me, myself, my family, our story is we're here for these ones. This is my little guy right here. Say hi. This little guy is why we're here. He goes to school every day, and they force him to wear a mask. How long before they force him to get vaccinated? That's unacceptable. You shouldn't be forced to get a jab. I lost my job because I was refusing to get the jab. But you know what? That's fine. It's okay. Because I'll be here with everybody here. Every weekend. Every day you are out here, I will be here. Honestly, I don't get emotional. Just like Danny there, I don't tear up, I don't get emotional, but nothing hits harder than seeing everybody here together for one thing. Now can you do something for me? Can everyone put their fists in the air? Let me see those fists. And scream from the top of your lungs, freedom! All right, so I'm going to pass it off to a journalist on the ground here. His name is Daniel. He's a National Telegraph. He's on the ground in Ottawa. He's going to say a few things for you people. Give a hand.
All right, thanks, guys, for letting me talk here. I know technically we're not supposed to take sides and blah, blah, blah objectivity, but let's be honest, you can't be neutral when it comes to does the Charter of Rights and Freedoms apply to all Canadians? It just does. We have the freedom of movement, we have freedom of assembly, we have freedom of speech, and by God, I'll die on that hill any day. It was an absolute honor to be on the ground in Ottawa, to cover that thing, to get some live streaming out. And trust me, I've been fighting those idiots for the last 7 years. It is a fight worth taking. But what they've tried to do, even before COVID, is destroy us, beat us down, and pump you with propaganda. They bought the mainstream media, $600 million, another $60 million. Then they started to attack Rebel News and True North with lawsuits and bullshit like that. But there's one thing they cannot stop. They cannot regulate you guys. I want to say a big thank you to everyone with the phone out, because there's people they cannot control. You, all of you, taking out your phone and getting the truth out there. You might have 2 people watching. You might have 2,000 people watching. But that's the only way those people will be able to see what actually happened here today, what actually happened in Ottawa. If Ottawa really was some sort of domestic terrorist event, there was 80,000 hours of live streams, the entire thing. You think a clip of one of those events would have gone viral by now. But it didn't, because it was peaceful. Okay? And now the new thing is they will try and bury us, and they'll try and say, oh, how dare you think you need freedom because Ukraine's being bombed by Russia. That's the new line. And yes, we might not be under an artillery barrage from Vladimir Putin right now, but the reason why we're on the streets today is because what Justin Trudeau is doing is the road to where Russia is right now. We stand here today so we don't end up like the Ukraine tomorrow. And all the experts on the media that will try and tell you, listen, I see what's happening to Ukrainians. The president grabbing a rifle, the people in the streets defending their own freedom. When they say, oh, those are real freedom fighters. Well, newsflash for you guys, if those Ukrainians were in Canada, I think they'd be honking. I think they'd be doing a little honking. 30% of Ukraine is vaccinated, 2% boosted. I think we'll take those refugees. I think they'd be on our side. How many people from the former Soviet bloc are here right now?
What about the 2 free nations that are present? 2 nations fought for freedom.
Yeah, lots of people got free. Yeah, we support freedom. Fight for freedom. That's what we're doing here. Okay. Listen, we're here not to heckle us. We're here to heckle the government. Okay? I used to do comedy. I used to be a stand-up comedian before they banned jokes. And now we have to heckle Fat Trudeau. His name is Fat Trudeau. That's all he is. Okay? Now, I'm going to say something that might be controversial for a second. We all here, and we were there in Ottawa, and we held the line. And I saw the last stand on Wellington and Bank, and it was goddamn heroic. But the time to hold the line is over. It's now the time to counterattack. You can't win a war by always playing defense, and now we push. Because we found the weak spot. When the banks froze our assets with no court warrants, with no charges being laid, they fucked up big time. TD lost $8 billion in market value. I say we don't stop till it's $80 billion. This is the fight. They will distract you from everything because we found the pressure point. We found it. A bank run. Who here trusts the banks in Canada? Who here still has money in the banks in Canada? This is what we do. You need some in there, whatever you can afford. Bitcoin, cash, whatever it is. When we start taking our money out of the banks, they will listen. When you tweet about the bank run. You're on Instagram, bank run, bank run, bank run. This is the pressure point. It's what they're scared of. They crossed the Rubicon. They messed up. They crossed the line. And this is where we push them. So I say maybe next week we march to Bay Street. We go to TD headquarters. Maybe we take the fight there. There's a reason why the media let Occupy Wall Street go on forever. Because they're a bunch of hippies jamming with no plan. We have a plan. bank run. We take the bank run. All right, and here's the next thing we're going to do. So before we be the next speaker, this is the most important thing in Canada right now. Our government has taken a good woman to Merrill Lynch as a political prisoner for the crime of third-degree honking. It's obscene. It's absolutely obscene. So the next person I'm going to bring up here was arrested for the same thing Tamara was, but he was arrested by the Islamic Republic of Iran. He was thrown in Evin prison, the most notorious prison in the country, tortured, put in solitary confinement. He's done 2 hunger strikes, dry ones, not those weak-ass ones where you drink water. And he told me he's even willing, if it comes down to it, to sit here and starve himself unless they free Tamara. So here's a man who's been fighting for freedom all over the world, from Iran to Canada, my good friend, Salman Siba.
Hello friends. I really miss the honking in Ottawa. Some people in Ottawa complaining about honking. That was not honking. That was voice of the freedom. Why I'm here today? You can see that this is a Canadian flag and this is a lion and sun flag. The people of Iran's flag, not Ayatollah's flag. I lost my freedom once in Iran. I put in jail by IRGC thugs, by Ayatollahs, for the same crime that Tamara did. I came here as a refugee. I lost my freedom once in Iran. I don't want to lose it here again. Let me be clear. Our heart and prayers are with Ukraine's people. We are peace-loving people here. We are freedom-loving people here. Mr. Trudeau, you want to sanction Russia? Ban the oil from Russia. Invest on Albertans oil. Invest on domestic oil. You are playing with us. In 2009, in Tehran Street, we were protesting peacefully against regime, against Ayatollahs. Something that I saw with my own eyes last week in Ottawa. Still, I can't believe that. Since 2009, I didn't see tear gas. Since 2009, I didn't see pepper gas, pepper spray. Since 2009, I didn't see bottom. Don't make mistake. Ayatollah's regime in Iran, in November 2019, they killed 3,000 freedom-loving Iranians in 3 days. They killed 3,000 Iranians in 3 days. I don't equate Justin Trudeau with Ayatollahs. In Iran, we are at the end of the road of dictatorship and oppression. In Canada, Justin Trudeau is warming up the car. Wake up. If we don't stand up for freedom now, tomorrow will be too late. Freedom! And as a former political prisoner, I would like to say that I stand with Tamara Lich. Free Tamara now! Wow. You see that? That's passion. Guys, I forgot to say, I like to hang out with the people. So I had my cards, my business cards. I like giving it to everybody. So I'm going to come out, tap me on the shoulder, and I might even have some hats. I like to give out my hats. If you like to wear a hat, ask me. Okay, guys, you want to introduce the next speaker? Sure. Or maybe I can introduce...
Oh, actually, I want to introduce one of the next speakers. The next speaker, this guy was ready for a war, watching his lives, and he was down in the front lines right in Ottawa. He's from Niagara Falls. I love this guy. Rob Primo. What's going on, Toronto?
Let's get our spirits up, let's get our vibrations up, and let's think about the victory that just happened in Ottawa. It was a huge victory for the people. Shout out to all the truckers, shout out to everybody that was on the front line in that fight, and shout out to everybody that spent 3 weeks there, creating a community. I want you guys to know that you really scared the system. And you want to know why you scared them? Why they needed to shut it down so fast? Because they realized something really scary, that the people take care of the people better than they can take care of us. So what are we paying them for? We need to rise up now. We need to take our stand now. We need to put the pressure on the system every single day. Not just at these rallies, but in our own community. Take off the mask, take a stand, show everybody what the media really is, and freedom! What do we want? When do we want it? We gotta get these guys going on here.
Thank you so much, Rob. Man, sorry guys. I have to stop this for 1 second. There's a little one. He wants to share something because he really appreciates how we're fighting. So he wants to yell something out. Fire! We do it for the kids, man. We do it for the kids.
Thank you so much, Danny. Thank you so much. Rob's going to introduce a special lady.
This guy wants to speak over here.
All right, guys, the next person we have coming up is a really good friend of mine, Samantha. She is a huge advocate for every single one of your children, and we all need to stand up for our children. So let's give Sam a warm welcome.
What's going on, everybody? I know it's cold out, so I won't keep you for too long. And I never know what to say when I get up here, but there is something I want to come off the top.
The guy who does the march is really
Ottawa was crazy last weekend. I've been standing up very strong and fighting for this fight since day one because I am a mother of 4. I'm backed by the strength of 4 children. But I wasn't in Ottawa this weekend when the tyrants decided to attack us. And I wasn't in Ottawa because I was creating a family fun day for 300 people. We got together, 300 people, and created a safe space for our children to play. The reason why I'm saying this is because I'm sure that everybody is sitting in the same type of energy. It's this constant battle between fighting the old and creating the new. And I just want to let you guys know that if you're not constantly gathering like this, if you're not constantly standing up in this aggressive energy to stand up for our rights, it's okay to pull back and create the new. As important as it is to stand up against this, it's also just as important to create the new for our children. At the end of the day, we are grown. We have lived our life, and I get calm when I talk about this because there's so much passion behind this. If you stand up for nothing for yourself, you have to stand up for your children. If you have no children, you have to stand up for other people's children. They didn't ask for this shit. They didn't ask for a life like this. And we have to do everything that we can in our power to ensure that their future is protected. This is all I wanted to say. It's not such high energy today, but this is all I wanted to say. So let's get it one time. Hands off our kids! Hands off our kids! And that's what I wanted to say. Bless you. You guys are dope.
Yeah, Samantha, do now. Hands off our kids! Hands off our kids! Because in my opinion, if you don't have the hands off our kids, you don't get freedom in this country. You know what I'm talking about, people? Get your damn line straight. And speaking about that, I want to bring up two more people and then we're going to hit the streets. One really important guy that's been there since the beginning of all this. I want you to put your hands together for Jim Kerr from the Church of Bubbles! Hey,
Okay, you guys are all heroes that are standing there, but there's two heroes that I really want to mention. We were on the front lines. These two guys literally protected so many people from getting hurt by they were just incredible. Ryan and Cal, can you just put your hand up? Yes! These two guys literally stood there and swapped right in front of the cops and helped people not to be hit and tear gas. They are freaking heroes. And so is this guy.
How y'all doing today? Are you feeling good? How damn good are you feeling? Come on, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are free! You are free! And we're free because we exercise it. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, there is something going on in the world right now. I don't know what it is, but it's freaking beautiful. And it's in every single one of the faces of the people I saw in Ottawa, every single one of the faces that I see here. You guys make your own, you take your own time, your own money, and everything that you've got to stand up for freedom for people you don't even know, and that makes every single one of you a hero. You realize that? Every single one of you is a hero.
And the cops left them in the wheelbarrow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a fight. Make no mistake, it's a war. But this war, we don't fight fire with fire. Huh? We fight fire with snow, with water. We are flexible, we are cool, we are calm and collected, and human beings are an incredible species. When we can stand up against all of that tyranny, the tear gases, the rubber bullets, everything, and we do it with a smile, and we share, and we help each other, because humankind is worth it, and I love you. The Church of Boys loves you. Thank you, guys. I can always depend on the energy of these guys to get things going. Man, and for any of you who ever think about being an organizer and running a show, think twice. It's a lot of fun, but I'm telling you guys, what a lot of stress. God, we must love you guys. I'm telling you, we will never stop doing this to you. We will resist and we will prevail. What's that, Bill? Of course. Thank you, my friend. So, we got Phil. We got our brother Phil here to say a couple of words, and then we're going to hit the march, my friends. Thank you so much, Phil. Thank you, Lamar.